Hello friends and welcome back to a new Road to Rank 1. Today we're starting off with a Protoss versus Zerg against Shino, and I've got a pretty old school build here prepared for us. It's a build that if you tuned into some StarCraft 2 7 years ago, I'm not saying this was the standard, but this was a lot more common. And I'm talking about 2 Stargate rushes, and in particular 2 Stargate rushes with carrier. You have this beautiful double carrier rush that hits like a truck, that can be pretty tricky to defend, and especially if a Spire isn't being built, a lot of Zergs just end up dying against the first 2 carriers. So that's what we're going to try here against Shino. We're going to open up with a no scout. This allows me to have more money, and all day they often say more money, more problems. In StarCraft 2, I often find it that more money, more units, and actually less problems. Unless you're being cheesed, then the scouting information tends to be a little bit more valuable than the cash. Can't take it with you when you die. We're opening up with just a Nexus before core, which is the most standard thing. Tyto Citadel is a pretty large map as well. Isn't necessarily good for me or bad. It is just what it is. You know, it's like a fun fact. Except it's not fun, but it is a fact. So just a fact. Gonna throw the core down over here. And we'll build our final building over there. So there's a watchtower in the middle. We need to take care of that. So the hardest part with these carrier builds is actually flying across the map. I know this sounds stupid, but it is just accurate. Like flying across the map is very scary because there's a lot of opportunities to be spotted. Another thing is that it can be quite tricky to deny scouting out of your opponent, especially if they send 2 overlords across the map. So I'm going to have to kind of look around to see if where the first overlord is going to go, and then I can decide whether I'm going to play Adept into Void Ray or if I'm going to go Stalker with an Oracle. And I think now that I see where his Void Ray or his overlord is, it probably is going to be an Oracle. If he goes over here, it will need to be a Void Ray as the first unit. Like if he truly commits into this area. That's really important to note. Because otherwise I can't kill it. I'm just gonna sit here. Yeah, I think he's committing to this, to be honest. I'm pretty certain he's committing to this. And I can't afford having him over here and then coming back in and scouting me. So we're just gonna make sure that we're safe. I'll open up with a single gate, double adept, single void ray. Fast third base, really fast gases. And then, like I said, 2 carriers. Maybe I can still add on an extra oracle. Or maybe even, what is this? Third base? Okay, that's good news. I don't think he sees my Void Ray here, by the way. Let's see what he has. Okay, I saw 2 lings in the back. I saw 2 lings over here. The quick math guys in the comments might figure out that this is indeed 4 Zerglings in that case. It's a very decent amount of Zerglings. I wish I would have chrono. Let's still chrono it. I know it's a little bit late and it's not the full efficient chrono that you probably do want in life, but it's still gonna be nice. It's still gonna be nice to have it just a little bit quicker. So Nexus comes down. I wish I had a wall here, but I don't. It's the way of the world. Okay, he's gonna be over here or he's already back home. Or he's on the way back home. Okay, he's right over there. And now ideally I take double gases. Now this feels, oh my god, quite bad to be honest. This actually does feel quite bad. Hey, it could have gone significantly worse. Like actually significantly worse. As long as we kill this and we start a fake, this is a fake, right? This is not actually, what you call it, a real oracle. Because I don't give a, like I don't actually want another oracle. I want to spend all my cash right now, all my gas into units. Or into Stargate and into Fleet Beacon and all that good type of jazz. Like I'm not here for anything else. That is what I want to do in life. Okay, so you're going to piss off. Going to have you hold position in the wall. And it's important to try and fake a bit of pressure. It's actually very important to try and fake a bit of pressure. Now, pylon is late, so there's a tiny bit of a supply block. If I can move across the map, I actually think I can add in an oracle. That would be nice. That would be neat. Okay, so 1 oracle, 3 adapts is what we're going to be doing as well. And then I just have to add a battery in the mix as well. And then I think we will be set up properly. So we're just going to wait for that oracle to pop out. And then we go across the map. Triple adapts. Void Ray is going to stay home as the defender of this area. We'll also defend this base instantly. It's both at the same time. Carrier comes out here. I'm not chrono boosting this, by the way. There's a reason for this. And the reason is that... Oh, well, what the hell is he doing? Is that I want most of my chrono boost to go on the other Stargate. Like, eventually, maybe I add something, but for now, not so much. Where is he? What is it? I'm not gonna finish that, yeah. We're just gonna go back in here, see maybe I can get some scouting information. Okay, now I'll put 1 chrono on this thing, and we'll go into Forged Twilight, so I can easily follow this up as well. I want to see what he's actually up to. And specifically, I would love to see... this is bad for him, isn't it? That is really bad for him. I want to kind of pretend like... Oh, this is a Void Ray! Dang it. That should have been a carrier. I just misclicked that. Oh, that really sucks. Oh, that really sucks. See what he's doing. Hydra then. Oh my god. Okay, that is a major misclick. Had that not happened, I'm not saying that I'm winning this game straight up. But I am saying it would have been extremely good for me. Okay, now we're just gonna go across the map with kind of this weird move out. He doesn't really have a whole lot though. This is indeed a very weird move out. We'll get +1... Oh, no, don't attack me. Don't want to attack myself. He's probably building Hydras of some sort, is what I can only imagine. Okay. If we can kill this Spore, that would be huge. Because I don't think he has a whole lot of anti-air damage. No? They're gonna micro him away. This feels okay. As long as I don't lose my interceptors, I think we're freaking cooking, actually. Okay, he's gonna kill that thing at least. Oh, if I had these extra carriers already, this would have been such a good start for me. Not loving the vibes that I'm getting from this general area. Okay, 2 more of these. We lost a couple of workers, but not a crazy amount. I'm also just gonna add a Templar Archives into the mix. See, hello, move away. There you go. That is good news, obviously. Okay, that's also good. I killed a lot of his stuff, and he killed a lot of my workers too. Yeah. And although I killed a lot of his stuff, I did not kill a lot of his workers. I killed queens mainly, which means he still has good eco. Or at least it most likely means he still has good eco. Okay, so this carrier is going to kill both of these two. I don't have a recall anymore either, which is actually kind of scary to me at this point. If this is... I want to know what this is. Like, it could be Corruptors. I think it is Corruptors, actually. In that case, we probably want to go back home a little bit. It's been an awkward game so far. It really has been. I want +2. I just went home because I didn't know what was popping out there. And if it's Corruptors, then I need to know about that, you know? I just have to. Because against Corruptors, I need to run for my life. That's the fact of the matter. Okay, he's gonna, yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, he does have Corruptors. We're gonna just morph some Archons in that case. Okay, gonna move you back. This is a really bad battle for him. So, one of the things with massing Corruptors is that actually the most important thing is that you don't lose any Corruptors. Like, you're working on snowballing your way kind of out of there. Ooh. I have +1 upgrade. Like, I'm still continuing upgrades on both ends, because it's important. I continued worker production the entire way through as well. Like, we could do some run-bys. I want to know if he has a 5th base on the gold specifically. The gold doesn't help him a whole lot. I just want to know if he has a 5th. And I think this is the most... I guess he could be here in the middle too. It's not completely unthinkable. Okay, this is the 5th. But it's no gas. Like, as long as there's no gas here, it's like, whatever. I could also add some Void Rays now. Because at this point, the main counter is going to be Corruptor... Oh, is it Hydra? It's a bit confusing. Nice micro. Well, attempted micro. I don't quite understand this, to be honest. He has a lot of corruptors. We're just gonna add some Void Rays just to try and... I don't know even what I'm trying to do. Have the Flux Veins? No. I'll just get it now. I think getting a mothership wouldn't be such a bad call either. So I get some, you know, some extra oomph in my army. See if we can add it into the mix here. Okay, he's probably planning on moving onto the map. He has one Carapace upgrade. I just don't know what else he's doing. And the moment they move out, you just want to run by. Like, that is going to be our goal, always. Each and every single time. So, that's also what I'm just doing. Okay, we're going to get these out, +3. I want to get +3 on my air weapons as well. It's just important. Okay, here comes Roach. No defense upgrades, you see that? No defensive upgrades on these Roaches, which means that my carriers, once they get unleashed, are going to practically be... Like, they're going to deal so much damage. Not invincible, but they're going to be freaking strong. Their damage output is going to be absolutely bananas. The Void Rays are here to... Just, you know, to make sure that my opponent doesn't fly in straight and snipe my Corruptors. Or sorry, my carriers with his Corruptors. Go for another little run by here towards the bottom side. And then once this finishes up, I actually think we probably should be moving out on the map. Especially if we weren't supply locked. That would have helped. So I can go back in. You have quite a few Storms available. Storms are not great against Corruptors, but Storms are very useful against basically anything else. They're good against Lings, good against Banelings. You guys can move back. There's way too many Roaches. This is so over. And even against Corruptors, it has a bit of value. Just not as much as I'd want, probably. He's gonna try the base trade here. Kind of quite expected that. Is he... Ooh. No, don't want that. Let's see if we can actually catch him here. Hell yeah. That's a really nice mothership flank. It's one that we don't see very often, is it now? Oh, I don't know what happened here, but I took quite some damage. I don't know what attacked me. Did I just walk through my own storm, maybe? There's a possibility. Honestly, he's doing kind of a decent job. Like, with these counterattacks, he's done better than I thought he would. The problem is that I just don't really need to be here. My carrier count is going to continue growing. Lurkers. The Lurkers really slow down the game for him, by the way. It's not a very good option, in my opinion. Because you can never have your Lurkers in position against all air attacks. So you quickly will be confronted with the reality that, you know, your splits can't be good enough. So you need to be aggressive. If you're not aggressive with Lurkers, you can't be defensive. You just can't be. It doesn't exist. Defensive Lurker play is not available to the Zerg. And aggressive Lurker play is also just not available. I'm being real honest. Like, Lurker play just isn't available. We're now gonna have +3. I don't know what his upgrades are. Probably sucks. Okay, we're gonna get some map vision here. We have nothing down here. We have nothing down here. Gonna move up here as well. We have a Storm Boy now, which is actually kind of useful. Okay, you go through the middle into the third base. So if it's 4 base versus 4 base, like, he's obviously cooked, right? Like, there's nothing he can do. Okay, there's a decent Corruptor count at this point. Oh, that's bad news. Oh, that's really bad news. Now, the problem is here, I'm going to need a bit of detection. Because without detection, I don't think I can do very much. Oh my god, the perfect freaking warp in, huh? +3 is done already. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't actually know what his plan is going to be here, but 4 base versus 4 base is completely untenable as a Zerg player. Like, you need more gas. You need usually 4 more gases than your opponent. And, I mean, we just don't see those numbers here right now. Don't forget, there's no anti-air except the Corruptors. So if you just move forward and your carriers actually are winning battles, it's just over. Like, the moment my interceptors are out, it's just over. There's nothing he can do. I could even flown forward with this. There we go. GG gets called. Despite the failed attack, because I forgot to build a second carrier and instead went for a carrier Void Ray all in. Well, not really an all in, but a little timing push. It ended up being okay, and we get our W. Alright, up next we've got Iba, another Zerg player. It's rare that we have a day on the ladder where there's more Zergs than tosses, but I'm appreciative for sure. I don't mind it. I played a game against Iba yesterday as well, and yesterday he started blind countering me after I proxy gated, proxy forged him. I do wonder if he's going to do something similar here. I'm going to go for a gateway scout. I want to keep everything on the table, but I am kind of, you know, mentally focused, mentally zoomed into these types of carrier builds. I always like pulling them out. It's hard for the Zergs to scout as well, and especially if they're just not mentally ready for it, it can be very tough. And I'll actually explain a bit more, like what are you trying to sell? Because that's also important. Whenever you do these types of builds, it is important to remember what you're trying to sell to your opponent. Because the moment you tell, hey, I'm going to do a 2 carrier rush, usually Zergs know what to do. They rush layer, get a Spire out, fast Corruptors. You're dealing like no damage because they might go up to 7 Queens, have Spores ready in every single base, and boom, you're freaking cooked. And what do we have over here? Oh. Almost managed to block him a little bit longer there, but not quite. Get that one in. So, the moment they see a Void Ray, which is like one of the main things in the build, right? The Void Ray to deny scouting, and there's no second Stargate unit fast, their mind can go a couple of places. And usually, the way that the Zerg mind works is, first of all, not very well, and second of all, it works kind of in a chronological order. There's like, hey, what is the first threat that could be hitting me? And what is the most common threat that could be hitting me? And those actually happen to be the same. And that's going to be a Glaive Adept attack. So you kind of prime the Zerg player to get a Roach Warren and maybe even get some Blind Roaches. And although Blind Roaches can have some value against double Stargate, generally Roaches don't shoot up. So you need something else as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. Another thing they can think of is maybe single Stargate unit into charge all in. Against that you also want Roaches. So actually, no matter what they think of, it's probably going to be a Roach Warren. I'd be surprised to see a fast evolution chamber here. I actually would be shocked, even. I actually would be shocked. You know that? See if we can block this thing. I don't think we can. Oh my god, that's a really fast one. Surprisingly so. Surprisingly quick. Okay, so we do double chronos on this. We'll do 1 chrono here on the workers as well. It feels a little bit too improvised for my liking, if I'm being honest. See if he's trying to do any run-by. I would like to stop that. If he is doing a run-by, I would like to stop his run-by from happening. Okay, now this is about to finish up. I'll just chrono that out from here. Ooh, it's gonna be a tough one, isn't it? See what he's doing with these links. Okay, he's making some moves, that's for certain. Okay, so this probably could have been a little bit better. But it's still not the end of the world. Just gonna get this thing into the mix. You're gonna go kill this. And then I'll go double gas here right now. So slightly different from the previous game. Because I'm really focusing more on my single, like on staying on 2 bases. I'm even gonna kind of blindly just build my battery here, am I? No, I'm not. I'm not such a loser yet. I believe I'm still fast enough. I can respond if I want to. So now the thing where his mind most likely is going is Archon Drop. If I can, like, I'm not sure if it's correct, but I think that's what he could read it at as well. So we kind of want to sell either Archon Drop or some really weird, like, 4-gate Glaives type of stuff. That's really the main 2 things right now, where he should be like, hey, that sounds like it could be what I'm fighting against, you know? And that's exactly the vibe that we want. He isn't really scouting, though, so I don't know what to make of that. Oh, Are you serious? How did he pass me by, the prick, huh? There's no way he gets that. Is there? Oh, there is apparently a way that he gets that. And that sucks, because I'm going to be supply blocked for a little bit longer in that case. Luckily, we're just going to chrono boost. Look at this. This guy is 24 seconds faster, so that's just 2 chronos on this bad boy. We're just going to be cooking. I love cooking a fair amount. We're just going to get an extra adapt. He probably thinks this is Archon right now. If I'm him, I'm thinking Archon drop. So, Roadhorn, it wouldn't surprise me if he gets an Overseer out as well. I think an Overseer is really not that bad of an idea. And we're actually going to follow it up a little bit more safer this time around as well. We're going to follow it up with Void Rays rather than with more carriers. But it sounds bad, or it looks bad maybe even. This is not great for me. Also not really the end of the world though. Like I actually don't care enough about it. Oh, you saw my carriers. That is bad. That actually is suboptimal. Because he sees them too fast. We're going to run into his natural. Going to keep this at home and send these 2 across the map. Hope that that's going to help me out. And the extra Void Rays are just here to make certain that I don't end up accidentally dying to like a Corruptor max. That's pretty much the entire... That's really the entire story actually. That actually is just the entire story. So we're just going to get a couple more Void Rays into the mix. Like he's trying something. I don't quite know what he's trying though. Yeah, he built the roaches I was talking about. Oh, he doesn't have a spore already. You know what else I see there? It's the freaking Spire. So he's obviously going to be out here right now, doing stuff. I'm expecting a roach attack. Roach attacks are completely valid. Like, it's actually a valid strategy. The Roach Corruptor would be the most likely thing that we'll be getting out of this. That was a bad battle for him. A bad fight. Another thing we could do, by the way, this is not very common, is to go for a follow-up attack. And hope to catch his Corruptors. So usually what they do is they fly across the map in small clumps. Rather than in one massive oomph of Corruptor, he rallies from all bases and he wants to go for it. So what we can do is we can try if we can kind of make a surprise appearance at a base and maybe clear some units out. That would be sick. Sickening even. Sickeningly good. Lol. Okay, here we go. See if we can do this. This might have been a mistake. For him. See, that's always the risk kind of that you run, I guess. He's getting a lot of queens though, isn't he? He's getting more and more of these Corruptors as well. But actually keeping the Corruptor count low is good. It's better for me than it is for him to keep my Void Ray count low. Because if he can clear my carriers, I'm in trouble. So I want him to build more and more... what you call them? More and more Corruptors the entire time. We also saw a very high queen count, which usually indicates a potential queen move out. So we're gonna just deal with that right now by sending some zealots across the map. Me attacking him there might have actually been brilliant because it delayed him a little bit. I don't know when if he has a 5th base. If he does have a 5th base and I only now started my 4th, that is probably trouble. However, it is completely possible that that's not the case. He's not coming here with a whole lot, is he? Bossman does not have a whole lot of units. Is he actually gonna try to commit into this play? He is. Okay, well, whatever. It's not gonna work, is it, bud? It's not gonna work. I think he probably has a 5th base down here. So Corruptors are going back home. We're gonna add some more carriers into the mix as well. It does not have a 5th base down there. Roaches, no upgrade. This guy can go home. So I kind of want to bait this away right now. There it is. I got a couple of worker kills here. I say a couple, quite a few. It's such a fun style to play. Not for him to play against, but... Like, I'm not here to entertain my opponents. I'm here to entertain myself. And that's what we're here to do, boys. Okay. Another 4 Zealot run-by. So, the reason why Zealot run-bys are very useful in these types of games is because they force his units back home. And if all of his units are back home that can deal with ground, so mainly roaches, even if you just have 1 or 2 Archons, they have immense impact. Just immense impact, which is great. So that's why, like, the lifeline of Protoss is usually Zealot run-bys. Zealot run-bys, Zealot run-bys, Zealot run-bys. That's what we're looking for. Okay, we're gonna go for +2. We'll get a mothership here as well. We can now actually hold this run-by setup over here. We're not going to use it in the moment. We're actually going to be quite late if I want to attack him. Not gonna lie. So he probably is just teching at this point. We're going to get a 5th base into the mix then. So we just want to get stuff faster. We got to make sure that we're still getting ground upgrades too. So the next step for my opponent could potentially be Immortals. And we're not really wasting supply into anything useless, as you can see. We're getting good units. Like, I'm not adding 12 Stalkers into the mix here, because Stalkers are freaking awful. Why would you build awful units if you can just build pure good units the entire time? Okay, this is him throwing away some units. Well, this is fairly bad news for him, no? Am I crazy? I don't think I am. This feels like extraordinarily bad news. Yeah, I just killed all of his ground units. Yeah, he's preparing for a full air mid game or late game or whatever it is. And I'm gonna get some ground units. Okay, he's getting infestors already into the mix here too. We'll get a couple more Archons then. Not too many more. And I just want... I want Immortal armies. Immortal armies are so strong and so hard to deal with. Okay, you see that? Always gotta preempt whatever your opponent might be doing. So we just saw an Ultra pop out. So we now know that I made the right call. Which is great news for me. I kind of want to keep 1 Templar over here. I don't have Storm. Oh, that would have been really awkward had I attacked. Oh, it's always good to, you know, figure out ahead of time if you don't have Storm. Okay, so there's a couple of these guys roaming around. Where's my Observer? I know you're out here somewhere. And I also actually want to get rid of you so I can get an Oracle into the mix. That would just be great news for me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This guy's gonna stay over here. You guys move down there. This is gonna be my 6th base. Oh, it's not gonna be my 6th base yet. I would love for that to be my 6th base though. I would have loved for that to be my 6th base. PP. Yeah, his brother smashed the plate. I'm about to smash his base. And his MMR. So it's a bad day all around, you know, being Iba. If you ask me at least. Okay, we're gonna kill some of this stuff here. This is the secret sauce, alright? So the goal here is to get 2 kills. 2 base kills. That's what I want, really. If I can get 2 base kills, I'm gonna be the happiest man in the world. Oh, he's over here already, no? Oh, look at you. Oh, he is here. It's kind of cute. So I want this base. It's gonna be base number 6. Look, I can also see him just move back. Fantastic stuff. Oh, this is less good than I was hoping it would be. Okay, here we go. Just piss off. And now we do this move. This always works. This fight was fairly mediocre though. Especially because there's nothing really here. If I'm being honest. Okay, you can go back home. And I'm gonna build my 6th base. Ooh, yes. Fairly mediocre. This is extraordinarily mediocre. Well, Not living this one down anytime soon, let me tell you. Not living this one down anytime soon. That's a bad battle. It's a bad execution of the plan. We tried our best though. Not happy with how that went. That much I can tell you. Okay, we still have a Templar somewhere, which I am happy with. I want to know where his dudes are at. And we're just going to go into full ground at this point. We're going to cancel a bunch of stuff. Go full ground. And then he'll have to play the flying guys. What are they called? Broodies. Little broodlords. I mean, we did kill this base, so it's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against... If I get this base, 6 base. But even 5 versus 5 is obviously perfect for me. Where the hell are these guys going? Ooh, that's bad, isn't it? Losing some Archons might actually be playable. So losing these bases is not ideal. It's actually not ideal. We'll get a 6th one over here. That was an extraordinarily poor fight for him. And he's losing everything here as well. See, the ultimate transition is the full ground. People always think that air is the future. Yeah, air is good, but ground is also good. You know what they say, variety is the spice of life. And Microne Zealots back against Ultras is also spice of life. There's lots of things that are the spice of life. Life is just very spicy. Or can be. Should I kill this? Kill some cocoons. Always love that. Like, he needs to have the ability to turn not water into wine, but corruptors into broodlords. And if you don't have that, you're freaking cooked. I think it's cooked. Even if you can get like 5 broodlords out right now, I just don't think it's going to be good enough. And we're just going to keep expanding as well. You want to expand as many bases as possible, so they can't kill all of them. By the time he has his broodies out... Oh, he's still probably morphing a Greater Spire at this point. There we go. Look at him go. Does he not have anything? I don't think so, right? No. Yeah, he's freaking cooked. Oh my. Yeah, the Immortal actually doesn't have a counter. Not many people know about this, but nothing on the ground actually kills the Immortal. And I say not many people know about this. Zergs know about it. But the fans don't. There we go, GG. Absolutely god-awful fight, but his eco sucked massive balls anyway, so it didn't really end up mattering very much. Tough early game, but not the toughest. Yeah, this is the thing. As a Zerg, you can stay alive, you can take good fights, but if you're not ready for the next transition and you just decide that there's not going to be any ground force coming in, you don't have a Greater Spire ready, you can just die. He's not anticipating to my next move. Like, this guy is living in the moment. Now, living in the moment is great if you're at an epic party, but you gotta catch a flight tomorrow, you know, better put an alarm. That's what I always say. You don't want to miss flights, freaking expensive. Alright, it's gonna be it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, makes 2 of us. Subscribe.